106 miles to Chicago. We got a full tank of gas, half a pack of cigarettes. It's dark, and we're wearing sunglasses. Hit it.
Wow!
Welcome back to the Blues Brothers Minute. This is that beautiful show that you enjoy, that we enjoy doing for you, in which we watch the Blues Brothers 2 minutes at a time. My name is Tom Taylor, and I am joined, as I am every single time we do this, by my friend Mike DiMaria.
I ate way too much today. I overate just a few minutes ago. Yeah.
Yeah, what'd you eat?
How's that sound? I had, you ever been to Nando's Peri Peri Chicken?
Oh, no, I haven't, but it sounds like something you shouldn't overdo.
Why? No, it's like a mixture of like African and Caribbean chicken.
Yeah.
It's like Nando's
sounds
Peri
nice.
Peri on Portuguese bread, and I had a sandwich. It's, it's called the Thigh and Mighty sandwich. So it's like
Jesus.
it's because it's got like some Caribbean spices to it, but mostly, and it's also got some like Zimbabwe influenced spices as well.
You smell like jerk right now.
It's a little jerky in here. It's not really like jerk chicken. A little bit maybe, yeah, a little bit. I had like the chili and like the lime, chili lime topping, the sauce on it. And I had.
Oh, it sounds delightful.
The Thigh and Mighty sandwich, and then a side of like smashed peas. Peas with like some spices and some Portuguese rice on the side, and then some roasted vegetables on the side. I overdid it.
Doesn't sound too much like you ate too much. It sounds like
it's a lot. Right. It was a little much. Yeah, and then halfway through, you're like, I've hit the amount. I don't need to eat anymore. I just keep eating.
I could save this for tomorrow, and I get to enjoy it more. But no, I'll kill it now.
But fuck that. I'm going to stand up and walk to the kitchen like I'm going to put it in some Tupperware. But then I'm going to eat the rest of it standing up in the kitchen.
Yeah.
And then when you finish it, when you take the last bite, you just throw the bowl and the silverware in the sink and just say, "God damn motherfuckers," and you walk away.
Speaking of jerks, here's Dan Lewis.
Yeah, fuck him.
Oh, right. Yeah. At least I'm not the top billed jerk on the show.
No.
Does anybody want to explain to me what fucking happens in this minute? Like, does anybody want to? I don't even understand. I don't even understand it.
Here are the facts of the minutes. We see the gas truck arrive as Elwood is chatting up Twiggy at the gas station.
Argon gas.
Burton Mercer gets a hard lead in the form of a poster for the Palace Hotel Ballroom show, which we see filling up with fans and good old boys with baseball bats. And we see Elwood fail to score with Twiggy, and then the gas station explodes.
They're not baseball bats.
What do you mean? Are they really? What? Really? What?
Those are axe handles without the axe heads.
Are you dead serious? I got to go back and look. I kind of believe you, but
yeah,
like I know the difference anyway. I thought baseball was actually played with axe handles.
No, I've never seen axe.
They do.
Oh my gosh, you're right.
In the last couple of years, a company started making bats where the handle is more like a axe. I think they're called axe bats. The knob at the end kind of curls out a little bit. And it's got more of the shape of an axe, and several high-profile players are now using them only this last couple of years, one of which is Mookie Betts, reigning American League MVP.
Does that have any effect on the batting effects of that big stick?
He won the MVP. I don't want to say it does or it doesn't.
Yeah.
It's not for us to say.
I guess not.
All right,
so it's not.
So you did the bookends, right?
Those are the bookends, and some of the meat and potatoes in the minutes. And but Dan says he's having trouble. He's not following.
Yeah, I don't understand what's even going on here. There's random things occurring, and also, Tom, I like to correct you, just like Mike did on the alleged bats.
Go ahead.
Is, that I don't know that he got shot down by Twiggy necessarily. She said she'd think about it.
Oh yeah, but she said it in a very thanks but no thanks kind of way. That was
technically.
Take it from me, Dan. I've approached enough females and been shot down in a very polite manner. I think I know when a girl actually means no, please get away from me.
Okay, well I trust you on this.
Yeah, I'm not an expert on much, but there are some things that I know.
I don't know much.
But I actually love that.
But I know
that entire exchange. I'll wait for Mike.
How's that song go? How's that song go? It says,
I don't
know much.
But I know I love you.
But I know that I love you. That's Bee
Mike's
Gees,
making
right?
up a song.
Is that Bee Gees?
No, is it? Not the one I'm thinking of. I'm thinking of that awful Aaron Neville thing.
That is. He's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that was Dan's interpretation there. That's right. I don't know much.
Yeah.
But how does that lyric go? I don't know much.
I know I love you. Let that be all I
this.
need to know.
Aha. Exactly. Interesting.
Yeah.
Extremely interesting.
I started a joke.
I like that one.
You ever see the video of that? Like not the video, but like the concert, like the TV, performance of that. It's real goofy looking. He's an awkward looking fella. That which one was that? Not Barry, not
no. It's what's his
Billy,
name?
not Roger, not
no. It's
Maurice.
Maurice, yeah.
Yeah.
He was the one that hit the high notes. He was the real high notes.
No.
Yeah.
Oh really?
Yeah.
He should be dancing. I'm just
gonna
put it out there.
Know what it's like.
Jesus.
Bee Gees were fantastic.
They were pretty good.
They were good. All right.
But wait, I want to talk about Elwood. I actually want to say something about Elwood. I think he's my favorite character in a lot of movies. I find him incredibly endearing. He's a real awkward weirdo. But he's like really straight and honest and sort of direct. And he's like, oh, there's this beautiful woman who I'm selling gas to and charging her $94 and stuff. It'd be great to have sex with her. I think I'll invite her to a motel. And he says, hey, there's a motel down off the highway.
And he's willing to
we could
forego.
meet. Wouldn't that be great?
He's willing to. Sorry, Tom, for cutting you off. He's willing to forego the show for the orphans for this. Like, let's say she says yes, but only right now. I don't have very much time. Midnight. I only have maybe a couple hours.
Oh, yeah. Well, no, I think, his invitation is for after the show.
Oh, right. You're right.
Even though he should know that he's not going to have time after the show, as we see later.
Right.
But, yeah, I appreciate his sort of weird directness, his weird, just odd sincerity. Him asking her to a motel is almost like him taking that piece of bread out of his pocket at Ray's Music Exchange and testing out the toaster. He's got his needs, he's got his wants, and he just sort of deals with them the way he needs to. I like it.
Yeah,
I'm alone.
I like him a lot in this one. As you know, I've got my issues with the movie as a whole, which are only increasing over time, and that I also have some issues with some of the writing for John Belushi.
Yeah, well, that's nothing that
be a problem for Aykroyd.
It's not a big. It's nothing. A real big car chase and smash them up ain't gonna won't help fix.
I do enjoy that. Yeah, that really helps. The movie is my favorite parts of the movie is when in the mall and when they're really tearing stuff up.
In the end,
that's
the big.
As I get dumber over time, I find that I like these kinds of scenes more.
Yeah. See,
and they do. We covered this already, but the car scenes are some of the best in the business.
Oh,
and that includes car chase movies. That includes Steve McQueen movies.
I was watching the car chase from the 7-Ups the other day on YouTube. Mm-hmm. I'll post it because I think it was actually choreographed by the guy who did Bullet, I think, and they are kind of very similar in a lot of ways, except one's in San Francisco and one's in New York. But it's real cool. Roy Scheider. Mm-hmm. Post French Connection. Mm-hmm. Real good. Check it out. Look it up.
Tom knows everything about movies, doesn't he?
That's what he does.
I really do. Ask me a question. Ask me anything.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
I do think that $94 is somehow the funniest number he could have come up with. She's like, oh, that'll be $94.
It's a good idea to make up a number that's not too round, so it won't seem suspicious.
Yeah, it came out to the exact dollar, but it wasn't like it wasn't a 5 or a 10 or anything.
Those are the days. Nice. Yeah, with that curbside service, they always rounded it, right?
Oh, did they? I don't even know.
Yeah, it's part of the tip.
I don't know, Grandpa.
Because they would always add something to it. They would always remember the days you'd pull up and there was that You remember that? We'd pull up to the station and there'd
Sure,
be attended side and the non-attended side.
Yeah. Full and self.
Right. And then some,
Basically,
full service, self-service. And you had that choice. I'm going to go to the gas station. My choice I could pull to the full service. And it'd pay like an extra $5 probably, right?
I always hated the full service. I was like, just please let me pump it and be on my way. I don't want to talk to anybody or deal with anybody.
Yeah.
I can do this. I'm not dumb like people say. Like,
what did
dumb.
they used to do? They used to
I'm smart. I want to pump my own gas.
There was a premium, right? There was like a
it was more expensive. Yeah,
right.
I think the
like
gas
$5
itself was more expensive.
Yeah, or whatever. Yeah,
just wasn't worth it.
Yeah, for those young.
God damn it!
God damn it!
I just gotta stop doing that. I hate that more than anything.
We'll get a new microphone then.
Well, you know what? I don't give a shit
If you
about my
hate it
microphone.
so
I told you
much.
I'll get a new microphone, but I can't. It's like when you do the same things over and over again. I wanna just start smashing things. I'm working on that.
You're waiting so long to buy a new microphone that it won't be new anymore by the time you get it.
I'm working on
It's going
things.
down in price. He's being smart.
I'm working on things. When you do that, all that work goes out the window, and I have to start over again.
Oh God, yeah. I get blamed now for the setbacks.
Yeah, it's like landing on. It's not. It's like the Monopoly. We got to go back every time I just undo all the work, and I do it so quickly.
Yeah.
Well, I think you're thinking of Sorry, not Monopoly. You don't go backwards in Monopoly.
I was gonna say. I was trying to think of that.
Right,
you can go to jail. Sure.
You don't collect
Well,
$200. You gotta go to jail. That's what I mean.
You go forward to jail though. You don't go back to jail. You only go
but you
forward
gotta
in
start.
Monopoly.
All right, whatever. But the point is I do a
You're
lot of
thinking
work.
of Sorry or Life.
Yeah,
Payday.
Listen, the point is that I'm doing a lot of work, introspective work, and then I go on a different path. But the minute I start showing some old behaviors, I got to start all over again. So like, there he goes again. See, he hasn't learned anything.
No boy.
He hasn't learned anything.
Well.
So when I'm doing work to not get upset, to not do, but then you do things like that where you repeat yourself.
I lost
and it
track
makes
of
me
what
crazy.
the problem was. What was the problem?
Well, the problem.
Yeah, what was the infraction?
The problem was the two of you. That was the whole point.
We're just reacting in a comical manner to your.
You should meet up with somebody else to do a podcast every week.
Right. I should. And you guys should go.
See how they handle it.
Mike, you should have a podcast about snacking in front of the fridge.
Yeah. Well, you know what?
Dyspepsia.
Welcome to Zombie Apocalypse with your host Mike DeMaria and some other guys.
There's already plenty of those
tips
on YouTube. You can go look them up. You go look them up.
Put the potato chips in the ice cream. Save time.
We've got this letter from Chad in Montana. Dear Mike, is the organic peanut butter really worth it if you have to turn it upside down first for an hour or so before you can actually get into it? What if the zombies come while you're waiting for the oil to settle? Well, it's a good question, Chad. I'm glad you asked me.
I had another late night binge the other night.
What was it this time?
All right, so I went to the grocery store, because kids wanted ice cream, so I said, okay.
Blame the kids.
One child wanted the
damn kids.
One child wanted the Magnum bars. All right.
The other one wanted Sun Chip sandwiches.
Are you guys gonna let me? You guys gonna
Sun Chip sandwiches?
Yeah.
Are you guys gonna let me talk, or is this not gonna happen today?
No, wait, I do have to interrupt. When you say Magnum, is that like the kind of Dove bar kind of thing on a stick?
Yes.
Ice cream thing. Okay.
Yeah.
It's called
you get that, and then well, it's because it's like a Magnum of chocolate of ice cream.
Man. I know. I'm just saying. Go ahead.
Take down a rhino at 50 paces.
Yeah.
All right.
Could break up.
I'm telling you guys, I'm really close.
Engine block from 200 yards.
I'm really fucking close.
Oh.
I'm really close to closing up shop today.
Friends.
All right.
Everything's good. We're having a nice time.
You don't want that. You don't want that, because if I go, the listeners go. I'm telling you that right now. I've got it on authority. Right. They write me personally and tell me.
Oh.
So I don't share that fan mail with
Patreons. It's true that no Patreons have included a personal shout out to me in any of their names.
That is true. Nor I.
Nobody's calling you their biggest fan.
You're right.
All right.
So you get a Magnum. You get some ice cream. You get some stuff at the store.
I'm telling you right now, you motherfuckers. So I got one child wants the Magnum, so I get a box of those. The other child wants just straight up chocolate Breyers ice cream, which me and Breyers ice cream. That's gonna. Yeah, that's the kind that got me thinking about bringing it to the Pharaohs. Remember?
Yeah.
Take two graves.
And they would they would lie. They would treat you like a deity.
Yeah.
Right. So then then for myself, I decided to go. I'm going to go ahead and get the Halo Top ice cream, which is the ice cream that's like 300 calories, right?
Oh God.
Yeah.
All right. So I get those 3 and I come home. Immediately I go right to the Briars, right? I have some of the Briars. I have a thing of that, and in my head I'm just replaying that episode, saying ice cream's one of the greatest amazing inventions.
Still is.
So I put down a bowl of that in no time flat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then I bring one of the bars to my other daughter, and I, of course, take a big bite of that before I give it to her.
Dad.
And then
just give her a stick.
Then
Here you go, sweetheart.
Here you go.
Yeah.
I love you.
Then I sit. Well, she has as many as she wants. She comes back, she has another one.
Right.
But that's my whole thing. I bring it to him and I say, now it's time for me to take my delivery fee, 10%. Ow.
Oh, there you go.
Right off the top.
Take off the top.
Right? Yeah. So then they're doing their homework. I'm sitting at the table doing my homework, my work at home.
Sure.
I get ready for bed, and then I bolt out of bed like at midnight, head to the fridge. Now is when the real magic starts. You see what I'm saying?
Got unfinished business.
Yeah, you see what I'm getting at? Because in the back of my head, I said, holy shit, I forgot the Halo Top. So I go in there.
Wait, what is Halo Top? I don't know if I know about that one.
It's a brand. It's like it's 360 calories for the entire pint. It's pretty decent. You see what I'm saying? So you can polish a pint.
Just have some ice cream. What are you doing?
I understand that, Dan. But if you have a pint of the Briars, it's like 3,000 calories.
Yeah, well, I'm just saying the way to prevent.
You know what you're getting into.
Problematic
when you buy your tickets.
Yeah, the way to prevent issues here is to maybe treat the desire to eat an entire pint of ice cream before saying, what kind of less terrible pints of ice cream can I mow the entire thing down on?
I understand that. If we were in therapy, we would say, let's treat that instinct that you have to just demolish a pint of ice cream.
Right.
So I grabbed it like with 2 hands.
Choked it out.
Yeah, it's shit. Took the top.
Like that
took
guy.
The top off. Yeah.
Like the guy at Bob's Country Bunker drinks that beer when he's all lovable.
With 2 hands.
Yeah.
No, I opened up the freezer, I took the Halo Top off, removed the top, and just threw it against the wall as hard as I could.
Right? I won't be needing you again.
We're not going to be using you because I can assure you.
How dare you. Get out of my face. I never want to see you again.
Don't insult me.
Don't insult me with these tops.
Think you can stop me?
So I looked at the side. It said chocolate peanut butter. I said, all right, let's get in there. So I dig it out. I'm immediately disappointed with the amount of peanut butter to chocolate ratio. There's barely any peanut butter in there. See what I'm saying?
God damn it!
God damn it.
All right, we are all back on the same page now?
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
Well,
all right, so I'm very unsatisfied with the amount of peanut butter in there, so I go to the fridge, dig out that old, the old natural peanut butter. So I open up the peanut butter and I start dumping the peanut butter into the pint of Halo Top. You see what I'm getting at?
Oh, you're playing God.
I do.
Yeah, I'm playing games here.
You should not do this.
Just give me some time. Your questions will be answered. All
the butterfly effect. Yeah.
Yeah. and then because peanut butter and jelly sandwiches have become popular again in my house because, So I saw that there was the squeezable Smuckers, right? Grape jelly.
Mm-hmm.
I said, let's do it. Let's take it up a notch. It's now 12:15. You see what I'm saying?
Wow.
A new day has begun. So
a new dawning era.
Right. A new day has begun. So I take the squeezable Smuckers and I start squeezing the grape jelly into the Halo Top with the extra peanut butter, right?
Good grief.
Yeah.
All right. So I start mixing that up, and now I don't taste the lesser ice cream anymore. I've created something new.
You're a mixologist.
You're getting it chocolate and peanut butter and jelly.
Right. It's a peanut butter chocolate peanut butter and jelly Halo Top
grape
ice
jelly.
Cream. Grape jelly, Concord.
Interesting.
So I start mixing it up, and and then I just commenced destroying the pint. Emptied it out, threw it away. Just crawled into bed without brushing my teeth. Was asleep for 10 minutes.
Wow.
No.
Because I was in a daze, Tom. It's 12. I was half asleep.
I
bolted out of bed, did what I had to do, and fell right back asleep without brushing my teeth. Woke up with that.
You knew what you were doing.
Oh, of course I did, but it was, enhanced by a half slumber state.
That sounds like something I think I would try, putting the actual just regular peanut butter into chocolate ice cream. But it was satisfying. It was good. I feel like the peanut butter you normally find in ice cream is like, not exactly peanut butter. It's
Right.
meant to be an ice cream.
It's there's something about its texture that's different from just this being super cold. There's something going on there.
It's something, yeah. It's not quite peanut butter. It's a new product. It's a different product.
It's like a hunk of clay with it's 70% peanut butter and 30% modeling clay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. That actually sounds fantastic. I would like some modeling clay, please.
Yeah, threw the jelly in there just for the hell of it.
I'm going to shape it like my colon.
Yeah. Yeah.
Man. And the jelly was good in there? That sounds suspicious to me.
It wasn't sound right.
It wasn't like it was delicious. I mean, I think the chocolate and peanut butter would have been a thumbs up, okay. It would have been perfect.
Just something you had to do.
I had to try it because it caught the corner of my eye. So look at that. That's that great jelly.
Right.
Poor jelly.
It doesn't matter if it's delicious. The man has a job to do. He's going to do it.
Yeah. Yeah. If I was standing in front of the Pharaoh, this is exactly what I would do.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Even the Pharaoh would go, I don't know anything about this magic of yours, but I wouldn't add the jelly. God damn it.
Gosh darn it.
Again, huh?
Yeah.
I'm getting real tired of this shit. A lot of money for that beer I ate, Jasmine.
Are you sure you're not just trying to project through a voice box coated in ice cream, chocolate, and jelly?
Yeah. This is Mike after he's had his esophagus removed.
I told you.
It's like
I told you again.
Too much ice cream.
Don't worry about it.
After Pete Townsend shoved his guitar through the amp, that's what it sounds like.
Yeah. Mike's just clogged with peanut butter and jelly and ice cream. That's what it sounds like.
He's got a peanut butter woofer down there.
Still in better shape than I am. That's the sad part.
Yeah.
I don't know about that. I'm pushing it now. I'm getting to the tipping point.
You're pretty good though. I mean, isn't Tom in sort of similar shape as Chris Elliott is in Get a Life? It's like he's thin.
Yeah, that's not bad.
But there's something.
Yeah.
He's thin, but not. There's a weird combo there of.
There's too many contours.
Right.
Too many bumps.
Right.
Too many protrusions. Yeah.
If you give him a little shove at the top of the stairs, he's going down.
Right.
Imagine
olive oil with a muffin top.
Right.
Right.
I think here's the best way to describe it. This is what I'm talking about with the ability. He doesn't have the aptitude to pull out of a skid in a sense. So if you're at the top of the stairs, if Dan or myself are at the top of the stairs and you gave us a shove, we'd start to go down the stairs. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
Like it'd be like, holy smokes, I'm falling. But now it's time for me to turn to my athletic ability. And I'm going to right, and I'm going to stop my body from falling all the way down the stairs. I'm going to make something happen.
Mm-hmm. Triple Lindy.
It's like stretching. Right. It's like stretching for that ball in the dirt when you're playing first and you scoop it. It just comes naturally after a while.
Yeah.
It's probably still there.
You could do it right now, like aged 44, and it would still.
Yeah, I could still scoop.
You'd be able to do it.
Right. And I know, like as soon as and you knew that Dan would get this. There'd be those hops that it would be like, yeah, that's in the dirt, but I got it. It's not going anywhere.
Yeah.
I know exactly where my glove's going to go. I'm going to know how to give to the ball.
Yeah.
So if you give Tom a fall at the top of the stairs, it's a 110% chance that he's stumbling. He's going all the way down without making an effort to try and stop that.
Yeah, nothing can stop it. Just the ground, just the floor.
That's all you would hear going down. Yeah.
It's a series of cartoon sound effects.
Lack of extra stairs would be the only thing that stops the fall.
Yeah.
It's the floor.
If the stairs kept going, so would I.
Yeah.
Like I think I'd reach out and grab the rail. I'd pull myself up.
Yeah. Imagine
I just roll into a ball.
Imagine Tom presenting ice cream to the top of the Mayan, and then he doesn't like it because it's Halo brand, which is shitty and has 360. So they push him down the stairs. He just goes down that whole thing like a slinky.
Yeah, he goes down the ziggurat stairs.
It's all the way from the top of Machu Picchu, trying to present it to the Incans. You hear that? The sound of boxes being tipped over. Even though
hey, I figured out what the thing was wrapped around the what Jake or Elwood was doing, wrapping the thing around the pump. He was wrapping a thing around the pump, so we keep going.
Yeah, so you can just walk away
like a rag. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
This is we see the tank overflowing with gasoline because of this, and that's actually not in the original movie.
Nope.
That and the ensuing
explosion
effect of that gas explosion.
Yeah,
a massive explosion.
What is it?
Yeah.
Can't imagine why they cut it.
Yeah. Although you wonder why. I mean, there's enough random destruction in this movie. You kind of wonder why they wouldn't just leave that in. I don't know.
It's too random.
But I'll tell you,
it is a little.
I'll tell you what I do appreciate. I do appreciate that when they show the good old boys and Bob showing up with their axe handles. I really appreciate that Bob got dressed up.
Yeah,
he's got his away game. Good old boys.
I appreciate that they're not looking at a couple of weeks in the hospital followed by months of physical therapy to get back to where they can live a normal life again.
Yeah.
Right.
They're wearing
Bob's got a tie and everything.
Fakakta suits. Yeah, they're wearing the same Fakakta suits they wore.
Yeah, these guys should be destroyed after that camper. Just the insulation just got blown all over the highway.
Yeah, really.
How could it possibly?
Guys up in the mom's attic up at the top.
Yeah.
Even if you survived that, it was. I would never want to get in a car again.
No.
There's no. Next thing I appreciate is when they show John Candy, they immediately turn the camera and show the pig dressed as the cop right next to him, little sight gag there.
Yeah.
It's good.
It's a little on the nose, but yes.
Yeah.
I like it too.
Well,
I like that the corners of the poster are ripped off. He's got the Tonight Only Jake and Elwood Blues poster. And it's a nice little production detail that it's not just, the printed poster. It's they clearly ripped it off a wall somewhere.
That is a very nice detail. That's great. I did not notice.
And we also get the names of these very ambitious state troopers that like to patrol not only the entirety of Illinois, but also into Indiana.
Interstate troopers.
The entire Midwest.
Right.
Get me interstate troopers Daniel and Mount.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do we know which is which? I'm sure we could look it up and we should know, but we don't. Sitting here right now.
Right.
No.
We'll figure it out.
I don't know.
Wait till the end credits.
And then in that same shot, now I'm going to take a guess. Is that Dr. Joyce Brothers and Ed Asner?
I don't think either of those is correct.
Or it's
definitely not Ed Asner.
Illinois.
The two pictures behind John Candy.
That's the governor of Illinois.
Probably the Secretary of State. That's probably the governor.
Oh, really?
What's her name?
Secretary of State.
What was her name? She was the governor, or she was the mayor of Chicago? No, she was governor. And then that right there is that what's his name's father, the mayor?
That's
Daley?
That's Daley.
That's Mayor.
The original Daley,
the Elder Daley. But it looks to me like Dr. Joyce Brothers and Ed Asner.
I would love that, or even like Cloris Leachman as Phyllis and Ed Asner. I would appreciate that too.
That's not bad. I like that.
Is there a more like just homely sounding name? Nothing against Cloris Leachman. She's fantastic. I love her. But Cloris Leachman.
Yeah.
That is her name.
Cloris.
That's an awful name. Cloris. Yeah. A precious new baby is brought into the world. You're cradling her in your arms.
What's her name?
She's looking to you for guidance.
Yeah.
Oh, well, so sweet. Let's name it Cloris.
Yeah. If I was going to have a son, I was going to name him Boris. And my favorite bleach is Clorox. So
yeah. So we decided long ago if it was a girl, it'd be Cloris.
Right.
Cloris Leachman. Congratulations, Mr.
Cloris.
and Mrs. Leachman.
You know who that is?
Cloris.
Okay, it's Jane Byrne. That's Mayor Jane Byrne.
That's right.
Oh, okay.
So she was the mayor of Chicago, and it fits. Mayor of Chicago from April 16, 1979 until 1983.
Nice.
So that's the woman. So that must be the governor who's the governor of Chicago in 1979.
That would make sense.
So that's governor.
Right.
That's let me see.
Hey, well, to vamp a little bit while Mike is doing this, I'd like to congratulate us on our previous vamping. Dan and I did a solid minute and a half on Cloris Leachman while Mike was figuring out that was the mayor of Chicago at the time. That was really good. And now I'm by complimenting that, I've been vamping. So now I'm sure Mike has the answer to who that guy is in the picture.
Not yet, because I don't know if that's the governor.
Tossing it to Mike. Take it away, Mike.
We better continue to vamp.
Oh, so yeah, no, I love Cloris Leachman. She's amazing. She won an Oscar for one of the most beautiful performances on film in The Last Picture Show as Ruth Popper. Fantastic book, fantastic movie. And since then, she's done nothing but incredibly amazing comedic work.
Yeah, there was some I saw her in recently, like a movie or something really good too. It wasn't crap.
Yeah. Well, see, now you got a vamp while I look that up.
Damn it. Okay. Are you looking at it up?
We got a cycle of vamping going on.
All right, so I'm going to have to...
I'm going to look it up.
I'm going to have to come up with something. Well, I noticed that they pull up to the gas station. Well, up to the gas station is the gas truck that they were talking about. None of the plot makes any sense, but as the truck pulls in, it says Argon on it. And I looked this up. I don't see anything about an argon gas company, and argon is itself a noble gas. Is the truck full of noble gas, and does the Bluesmobile run on any of the noble gases? Xenon, argon.
That must be the explanation of why it's so super powerful.
It could be.
I don't know.
It's just very strange.
Here's the problem. What's the problem I was having was I was looking up the governor of Chicago.
Yeah, that's what I told you, governor of Illinois.
So nothing was coming up. Boy. So I was like, why isn't it coming up? The governor of Chicago.
Right.
Because you're an idiot, Michael. That's why.
Look up the alderman of the United States of America. Why is Twiggy in this movie?
Yeah, I don't know. Somebody look her up while I vamp.
Certainly they could. Okay, you vamp.
She was like a big deal at the time.
Really?
She was
in the 60s and 70s.
I don't the term supermodel had not been coined, but she probably would have been a supermodel at the time. Would she not have been? Or was she even or was she more like a, I don't know, like a little curio thing? Like, oh, she's got that specific cabinet. Twiggy, if you will, look that skinny, childish kind of look. Wayfish, thank you.
Somewhat androgynous.
Yeah.
It's curio cabinet.
But she's more of I think of her as more of like a, swinging 60s, kind of late 60s, 70s.
Yeah.
So it could be that there's a little bit of like, oh wow, it's Twiggy from the old model.
Right.
Nostalgia. Yeah, it's nostalgia.
Because she was.
It could be.
Yeah.
But
281 credits for Cloris Leachman. Sorry. Go ahead.
Right. It's Governor James R. Thompson. So the Thompson Center.
The Thompson
downtown.
Center, yeah, that's right.
Nice.
So James R. Thompson.
There's this big, ugly
doors open on the left at the Thompson Center
in Chicago called the Thompson Center, and it's where you can get to the loop trains through the sort of these buildings that's attached sort of underground with the subway. It's pretty cool. Mm-hmm. I worked a lot there when I was first coming up.
Mm-hmm. Me too.
Yeah.
And here's a side note: he's a Catholic.
He's a Catholic.
No, I don't know if he's a Catholic.
The Thompson Center.
Before we get any mail.
I must have told you a story about how, like, one of my early days in Chicago, how I got in the revolving door with that woman.
No.
No. Oh, man. So, I'm a mover and shaker in the big city for, like, my first week there. And I get in all these temp jobs, because back then you would just join a temp agency, and every day they'd call you, make you go to an office, and you could do work for, pretty decent hourly wage. And I was always going to a different place, and I was rushing to get somewhere, and it was one of those smaller revolving doors, meaning it's absolutely could only fit one person in each part of it.
Right.
And just being in such a rush and going with that, getting used to the flow of the city, how you can't stop because there'll be people behind you, and you sort of think, like, I've got to move with the rest of the fish. And so I'm going there, and I just didn't think. I'm right behind her, and I'm kind of like I'm like drafting her, like in Days of Thunder, where I create a pocket of air that I shoot right past her.
Yeah. Anyway, to work 5 minutes early because of her.
I'm not. But trust me, I'm not like creepily behind her, but I'm enough where it's like we're right behind each other, or I'm right behind her, and she gets into the thing, and of course I get in right behind her.
Oh my God!
And she starts, the thing starts moving, and the whole time I'm taking these like tiny little steps, trying to, and just going, I'm sorry, nervous. I'm so sorry, I'm so sorry, I'm sorry, like that.
I'm just imagining like heels and toes, like getting slammed with each single step.
It was very awkward. That's all.
That's awful.
That was at the Thompson Center.
All right.
That's the whole story?
Just that it got into the tiny little revolving door with this woman, and I had to, the entire 4 seconds that it took, I just had to go, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to. I'm sorry.
And that woman's name was Mrs. Daniel Lewis.
Yes. And that was Jane Byrne.
All right.
I
So
can't
what we
identify.
got? I lost. I'll be honest.
know.
I got lost in the vamping. Is there any other information we need? Or
I was trying to look up what you may have seen Cloris Leachman in recently, and she's just been on a lot of
right.
TV and stuff, a lot of voice acting, a lot of movies too. She hasn't stopped working, and of course she's the mom. This isn't recent. She's the mom in that excellent Twilight Zone. It's a Good Life with the creepy kid who wishes people into the cornfield.
Oh,
she's unstoppable.
So it went James R. Thompson, then the Jim Edgar, then George Ryan, which is when I think I moved here, George Ryan years. And then we went to Rod Blagojevich.
Mm-hmm.
That was gonna be my joke, Dan, as I was gonna say, what do you think about and what do you say every time you hear the name Blagojevich?
Professor Frank.
And I knew you were gonna say that, yeah.
Jerry Lewis's character, the Nutty Professor, Julius Kelp, by way of Professor John Frank Blagojevich. Nice lady.
Did they just not have those little clips on the pumps on the gas pumps back then that you could just wedge that little thing in there and keep it going?
That's what I think he's doing. Oh, that's why. This answers my question before, Tom. They show him tying the thing down with a piece of cloth.
That's what we were just saying. Yeah.
That's why, because he leaves it, and that's why it overflows.
Yeah.
There's no reason for this scene at all. It doesn't make any sense.
No.
Okay, I do say, I'm going to say a positive. We said a few negatives. I'm going to say a positive. I really like the move. I like everything from, I was going to call him John Candy. John Belushi looking at it, pouring the thing out, which causes him to look at his watch. And then he slowly realizes, son of a bitch. And he runs over to Elwood, punches him in the arm, says, come on, let's go. And Elwood's like very slowly and gradually, ow. Because his brother just punched him in the arm for no reason. I like that entire sequence. It's really good. Lots of good stuff.
Right,
I'm telling you, it's great. Everybody go watch it.
I was thinking about Dan. Tom, you could just go away for a few minutes. We're talking about sports.
I will. I'll go get me a Magnum and a peanut butter
sandwich. Give him something to look up.
Look up while you guys talk about stuff.
So Tom, look up the top 3 exports of Sierra Leone. Go
on it, Chief.
I think it might be terror.
Go ahead.
No, but I was saying
terror.
It's actually more about about hitting a baseball. Do you remember when we were growing up, Dan, playing baseball? The amount of time you thought about the correct way to hit a baseball and visualizing hitting a baseball, right? Right. Now you just go up there and say, "He's going to throw the ball. I'm going to fucking hit it." It's just did you ever have that feeling when the ball was released and it was coming at you and you were thinking, oh yeah, I'm going to hit this. This is exactly it. I'm going to hit it.
Yeah.
Like you almost want, did you ever get that feeling that you just wanted to yell out as soon as the ball was released?
Yeah. You're like, I got this one.
Oh yeah, there it is.
And then you smack it.
And there was no doubt. Yeah. There was no doubt in your mind that you were going to fail. Like you were going to, so that's why you're just screaming out like, "Oh yeah, I'm about to win the game right now." And I almost think like I can be at 45. I think my success rate at hitting a baseball now is probably a little bit higher when I was in the best shape of my life, because I would just say I'm just going to hit it.
Yeah, I don't think it's hard when you're in it not to start breaking it all down and all that stuff, and it's all you think about. And I to this day have vestigial, lingering analyzations running through my head. I'm in a difficult situation at work and I step back and I think, what is it, 2-2? Is it 2-2 right now? Yeah.
Machinery, fuel, and lubricants. Those are the top 3 imports of Sierra Leone, according to Wikipedia.
Machinery, fuel,
followed by chemicals,
very
and
industrial.
Food.
All right, thank you for looking that up, Tom.
Sure, you got it, man.
What we used to do was there's this group of about 5 guys that never really played baseball in their lives, but liked to play catch and liked to go out and hit. So we used to go out there at lunch and throw each other batting practice.
Oh, nice.
So every day we'd go out there and we'd play for like a half hour. we'd each take a couple of swings. And I'd go out there with my wood bats, Dan, bring them out there.
Right.
We talked about this before. And it was like a fireworks display I'd put on, you know what I'm saying? But I remember I'd go up there and I'd get cocky about it. So as soon as they throw the ball, I'd say, "Oh yeah, it would be like as soon as they throw the ball, like, oh yeah, that." As I'm swinging, I'd be saying,
"You give it a little oh."
No, I'd be like, "Oh yeah, this." I go, "That one's in the trees." Wabap, and it would go into the trees.
Yeah.
And then everybody would be like, "Ooh, ah."
Ooh. Yeah, right. Now you know how the Babe felt.
Yeah.
But they would throw it in
a stadium of 40,000 people doing that. Ooh.
But to me, it's about 3 or 4 copy editors sitting there eating their sandwich.
Yeah, right. Someone's got to go get the ball.
Yeah. And then they throw one down that's just like on the outside. I'd say, "Yeah, that one's on the out." As I'm swinging, it's like that one's in the left field seats.
Yeah, going opposite
I'm a
field
lefty.
with that one. Boom.
Yeah, opposite field with that one. Whoop-hap, and it goes, ooh, ah.
Yeah, I know just what you're talking about. Okay.
Let's do trivia.
What did Mike say?
Oh, he did? Oh, my God. That was... Okay. All right.
Okay.
Trivia.
All right. I got special questions. 2 special questions.
All right.
For you. Yeah. Here,
my mom. Prepared. I like that.
My mom's visiting. She's going to do it.
Oh, my God.
We got a trivia guest.
Fantastic.
Okay, hang on.
Testing.
Welcome to the show. Thank you so much for supplying trivia for us.
Do you know who you're talking to? This is Michael. How you doing?
I'm fine, Mike. How are you? I'm here in California, and I'm drinking wine and smoking pot.
Oh, beautiful.
Oh, jeez. I don't think she's joking.
I'm sure she's not.
I'm not joking.
No. I know. It's just the land of free. It's the land of free pot. Not free,
That's
but
right.
legal. Yeah.
And there's no way that I can get any in North Carolina. So I have a couple of questions for you. Dan wanted me to ask you questions. I want you to know that he paid me $50.
I think he paid you $50.
Nice.
He put you in front of the microphone and then just took off, didn't he?
Yeah.
No, he paid me $50. He really did.
Oh, he did?
Wow, nice. We're gonna have to talk to him about that. We've been doing this show with him for years, and neither of us has gotten anything out of him. This is you lucked out.
So you have just 2 questions.
All right, we're gonna knock him out of the park.
That means it's a par 2, right?
That's a par 2 question.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, so first question: what is the scientific name for a rabbit's tail?
The scientific name for a rabbit's tail.
That's right.
Oh my God.
Now, Dan told me that you guys are like postgraduates and stuff, so
oh sure,
this,
yeah,
right?
we're very, very smart. We're super intelligent.
Well, I'm not. So
I'm just building up suspense by not answering right away.
Yeah, I have no idea.
All right.
It's a fuzzy winklebean. I don't know. I have no idea what the scientific name of a rabbit's tail is.
That's it?
Yeah.
Is that your final? That's your final answer?
That's our final shrug.
It's a scut.
A scut? Oh my God! Really? A scut? Like Scut Farkas from Christmas Story. Oh, that's incredible.
Exactly.
Dan knows how to. You raised a kid who knows how to pick a good trivia question. That was nice.
And now for your second question. What was the name of the Douglas's family dog on My 3 Sons?
Hurry for the Douglases!
Tom, you would know this one.
Really?
Scout.
Gosh, I'm blanking.
Oh, that was the
joke I was going to make.
Scout was the girl on To Kill a Mockingbird.
That's right.
This is true.
So try again.
The dog's name was Haverkamp. No, I don't know. I actually don't know.
No? You guys
I could look
don't
it up,
know?
I'm going to keep it honest. No.
Okay. The dog's name was Tramp.
Tramp? That kind of rings a bell, actually. I didn't watch a lot of My 3 Sons, but huh.
I want what she's smoking.
Well, I think it's called The Power to Party.
Oh, really?
Yeah. That sounds good, doesn't it?
It does. Well, that was trivia.
That was trivia. I was Very happy, Dan. It wasn't expensive to pay $50 to me. You really didn't have to pay me $50.
That's $25 a question.
That's
impressive.
Right. That's reasonable, don't you think?
He's dedicated to this show.
All right. Well, it was very nice to talk to you, gentlemen. Stay out of trouble.
Take care of yourself.
Don't take any wooden nickels.
Thank you. You too.
All right.
Dan's mom, ladies and gentlemen, the queen of trivia.
Hello.
Hello, Dan.
Boy,
Welcome
how was
back.
that? Okay, I got to go, but I got a couple other questions.
All right.
How many people do you think died in that explosion that happens for no reason?
Oh, at least one. I mean, well,
the guy driving the Argon truck,
the guy driving the Argon truck, the guy who opened the place for them, who he just stole some wiper blades from or whatever they were.
Well, it's probably Floyd.
Lloyd, wasn't it Lloyd?
Lloyd, yeah.
Lloyd, yeah.
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 Yeah, it blows.
Yeah.
Bastard Blues Brothers.
Yeah.
What are they doing?
I don't just mean in the production.
Hey.
All right. All right, fine.
Okay, fine.
Maybe cut that part out too.
More of
okay,
that.
Fine.
Yeah, here's more of that improv we so famous for.
No, you're right. It does suck. No question about that.
Well, I'll tell you what I was listening to, because in one of the episodes that just aired, we were referencing Caddyshack Minute 42, how to talk to your kids about Bad News Bears go to Tokyo or whatever. Mm-hmm. But even back then, I laid a few lines on Dan and gave him some ribbing for being an improv artist. And again, you were telling me, well, I really didn't study improv. I'm really not doing improv, Mike, but I'm still, even back then, I'm pushing that.
That's what everybody says, though, now. We had a sketch show, as you know, and recently, and
Sketchfest.
Everyone's been asking, how'd your improv show go? And I go, terrible. Yeah. It was all scripted.
Yeah, no, I didn't just make it up on the spot in front of everybody like a lazy hack. I wrote it. I crafted it. You butt.
Well, if you go see an improv and has that many jokes in it, then it would truly be the greatest improv show that you've ever in the history of the world.
Yeah, can't be done.
It can't be done.
It's probably been done.
Okay.
What needs to be done? We need to thank our patrons real quick before we head on out of here.
Thank you.
We want to thank Mark Mavora, Captain America, Snoke Porterhouse, Porg Snorterhouse, Matt Carson, Scott Bishop, Private Pile, and Bill Turner. Those are the mighty, excellent people who are supporting us over at patreon.com/ditchdiggers. And by throwing a couple of bucks our way every month, they are getting early access to these shows. They're getting postcards from us. They're getting the whole shemizel, and they're happy. We're happy. You could be happy too. Why aren't you happy? This is why you're not happy. Get over to patreon.com/ditchdiggers.
Yeah, let's take how much we got, whatever we got sitting in that bank account, Tom. Let's you and I go.
Yeah.
Withdraw that. Take it to Rivers Casino and put it on red or black. You want to?
Yeah, let's do that.
All right, let's do it.
We're going to be rich, Dan. It's going to be sweet. We'll cut Dan in too.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Beautiful. So we'll come back next time for episode 40, whatever. Oh, gosh. Hey, next time when you come back, it's going to be a big heavy-duty episode because we'll be covering the entirety of Cab Calloway's Minnie the Moocher. It's our next musical number. We haven't had one in a while.
Oh, yeah.
And that'll be very exciting.
I can't wait.
So come back for that. Bring a loved one, bring a friend, bring a bitter enemy to the next episode of the Blues Brothers Minute right here on the Blues Brothers Minute.
Hey, you scratched my ankle!